Welcome, welcome to Horror Night of Qatartainment. Boy, do I sound like Dracula right now.
No, let me fix that.
All right, do that.
Welcome to the horror night
No, let me do
of
that.
Qatartainment episode.
Okay, let me do that. Welcome to Horror Night of Qatartainment. How's that sound?
It sounded much better.
All right. So, welcome back, everybody. Main host here, Senkoku QTR.
This is the Hobbit.
Shield manage.
Welcome back, everybody, and we miss you, Lodi One Kenobi. We know you got some stuff. You know how it is, work, life.
Yeah, you gotta catch up some things.
Oh, he'll catch up because we'll see on the next episode next week. Just hope it doesn't give us any more migraines.
By the way, if you guys don't know, before every episode, we have one too many discussions about one too many things, and we end up with tremendous headaches. And we gotta have just take 5 minutes before the show starts just to calm down and just forget about the things we were talking about. So and
there
we
is
focus on the
literally
topic.
no such thing as no too much geek topics to not talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, geek topics in any universe are infinitely known.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone knows about everything.
Yeah, but it's like
Google.
Exactly. It's like, think of it this way. It's infinite.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't stop talking about it, and the universe just expanded, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there's not much that can surprise you or can surprise you. You know?
Every day we hear news, we hear about games, TV shows, animes, mangas, and everything in between. All geek topic related things.
Yeah.
Always updated every day. But today,
Yeah.
we have something to talk about, something specific, and it is horror movies and shows in general.
Oh, boy.
I'm
I'm shaking, man.
I have a problem with horror movies and shows and all things about horror movies and all these things. I have a problem.
This
with
should
them.
be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. There is a can of worms we're gonna open tonight. Okay.
I hope I'm forgiven for this.
No.
It's like I'm opening Pandora's box by giving you the reins in here.
No. It's not like that. I will be ranting. Okay, if you guys into ranting, I will be ranting, and I will be talking about two movies that I've watched in the last 3 days. I watched Smile and I watched Hereditary. Actually, I finished watching Hereditary before I come here to the studio.
All right.
So we're gonna talk about them a little bit. We're gonna talk about horror movies in general. And if you guys have any opinions or anything to talk about, please type them in the live chat. We're gonna be reading them. We're gonna be discussing things with you guys. You have anything before I start?
Yeah. Just when you say horror movies in general, your ideas about horror movies. Do you think that it is what are the better horror movies in this case? The franchise horror movies, because there are some.
Yeah.
Like Saw, Final Destination, things like that. Friday the 13th. Most of these are slasher movies and things like that. Horror has been diversitized. Did I say that right? Diversified. Okay, sorry about that. Diversified into so many subgenres. That it's different. There's the original horrors are demon based.
Which are the coolest, by the way.
Yeah, like the
in my opinion.
like The Exorcist, and as you say, As You Want Smile, and God help me, I can't believe I went.
And I think there's another movie called The Mummy. I think
The Mummy was good, but
not The Mummy. No, the other the girl that was being exorcised and
The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. I think?
The Exorcist. There is literally a lot of movies called The Exorcist. They've done a lot of remakes, revamps, remasters. There's, it's always it's mostly the same end conclusion. The priest either dies, or he gets emotionally involved, or the girl dies. But
and somehow it's always a little girl that get possessed. I don't know what's the possession, pun intended, with possessing little girls in these movies, but
yeah,
it's always the thing. I don't know. Even in the movie Hereditary, which was a good movie, I'm not gonna say it's a bad movie. It was a really good movie until the end. There are some things here and there that I'm gonna be talking about, but in general, it is a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay, and it started with the little girl being not okay, not mentally straight, like which hinted towards that it's gonna be a type of possession, which at the end of the day turns out that it is actually a type of possession.
All right. So, what movie do you want to talk about today? As you said, we're going to be talking about Smile and Hereditary.
Yeah. First, I'm gonna be starting with the movie Smile. Okay, since it's the first movie I watched for this episode, I watched it like 2 days ago. By the way, I myself I don't watch movies almost ever. The last movie I watched before Smile was The Bird Box with Sandra Bullock, I believe. It was Sandra Bullock, The Bird Box, which was an interesting concept that people see something, but it's not known to anyone. Okay, and it just make them want to kill themselves.
That's why they're blindfolded.
Yeah, that's why they were like blindfolded and then trying to not see anything or not seeing anyone in the eyes, basically. And those who are being possessed, okay, they are trying to make you look into their eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, so they will say see the light or look at the light or whatever.
It's kind of
which is the devil or the entity or the spirit that's gonna make them kill themselves. That's the last.
So they tempt you into taking off the blindfolds.
Yeah, they are trying to make you see what they are trying to make you see that will make you kill yourself, which is kind of interesting concept. It was an interesting concept back then, but now I think it was being used over and over. Especially that the Bird Box is kind of an offshoot of A Quiet Place, where they were not allowed, trying to not make any sound, so the demon does not kill them or the monster does not kill them. Yeah. And now a Bird Box was the same concept, but another type of sense, which is the vision. Okay, they are not trying to see anything. However, Smile was like a dog pile of poop. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with.
Was it really bad?
It was bad. It was bad until the last 2 minutes. I swear to God, until the last 2 minutes. The last 2 minutes, what made me feel happy that I saw the last 2 minutes.
I thought this. I really thought that this film was a comedic one. I didn't think it was a horror film.
No. Have you not seen the poster? It's a body bag.
When was this made? When was it released?
I think this year.
This year.
So it's no. I thought it was like
Parker Finn, the director and the writer. I think is Parker Finn. That's his third movie in the making. That is the third movie he ever made. The first one I don't really call it a movie. It was a short film. And the second one was a movie. It flopped. The third one is Smile, which is apparently successful. I don't see any type of success in that movie, basically. So first of all, Smile. The first thing I want to say about Smile, it is highly predictable. Everything in that movie, it is predictable to the core. Like my list of points here is filled. It's riddled with predictions about the movie. Like the first thing that happens when the girl goes into the possessed girl that had the curse transferred to her.
Yes.
So to give you a concept of what the movie Smile is about, it's about someone killing themselves, okay, whether it be a man or a woman. However, the key witness or whoever watches the person killing themselves gonna have the curse of wanting to kill himself eventually after like between 4 days to a week.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be happening in front of another person.
Because the week is the breaking point.
Yeah, they indicated that up until 1 week, no, after a week, no one survived. After a week of being of having this problem.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the possession is inevitable. It's not just a possession; it's the breaking point of the mind. Because what happened during the entire movie? She didn't sleep, and what happens to the mind when it doesn't sleep? Little by little, it starts breaking.
Yeah,
it starts to degrade.
Yeah,
exactly.
Start degrading.
So what did So to comment on what Shieldman was saying, the demon possessed her.
Yeah.
But how it kept on pestering her. it kept on scaring her.
I'm gonna say it did not possess her entirely up until the end. It was affecting her, but did not possess her.
Exactly.
Sorry guys, I just need to do something. Just need to move the.
It's fine.
Teapot.
It's okay. It's okay.
So,
we got this.
I really didn't know. Wait, I need that.
Oh, really?
We need that. Yeah, we're gonna be having something.
Keep it here. Keep it here.
keep
You're on
in
my
that
left
corner.
side. Then it's fine. All right. Go back to your
It's
place.
not blocking anybody.
Go back to your place. So, as Shieldman said, it didn't possess her until the very end of the movie.
But until the end, it was like messing with her and playing with her mind and all kinds of things. However,
Yeah.
so this is the main idea of the movie. The demon or the entity possessed somebody, and that somebody gotta kill himself with a smile in front of somebody else in order for that entity to possess the witness of that suicide.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we are saying one too many demonetizing words here. Let's hope that we just get off the.
We are
cuffs.
to be honest, we are explaining the plot of a movie that was publicly out. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is necessary for the context.
Exactly.
It is necessary for the
Speaking of horror movies, I feel like what I really wanna see is an MCU movie that's horror based.
Oh, they already did that.
But that's outside of the MCU. So it's like DC. You know how like
They did that.
with which movie?
Marvel Cinematic Universe made a horror movie.
Well, not horror exactly. It was their first time they tackled the horror genre.
Which movie?
New Mutants.
New Mutants.
No, but that was Fox. Like they released it.
Still, it was part of the Marvel universe. Not directly, but I
Yeah.
think it was more X-Men, like how
Yeah.
you know how Deadpool was Deadpool 1 and 2, then
Yeah.
3 started jumping into the MCU. This was technically X-Men actually.
But was it fully horror or just like a small part?
Well, it was horror-ish to the point where there was actually possession and there was some other things as well.
Were there like gory scenes and stuff like that in
Yes.
the movie? Okay.
Yes.
I really want a superhero movie that's full on horror, just like for example The Conjuring or Insidious, like that.
None those
Imagine-
first
imagine-
of all,
yeah.
first of all, those weren't superhero movies.
Yeah, but I want a horror movie that's like it,
Again.
but superhero based.
Again, done. Not a superhero, but what was it called? Something bright?
Bright light? No.
No, no.
The one Will Smith was in?
No. Not something bright. It was this kid who's got like Superman like powers and he terrorizes his parents.
Was this a movie or a show?
It's a movie.
When did it come
powers
out?
and-
Superman. You
Yes,
know.
I know,
Superman.
but like superhuman strength, and he's turning.
And he flies and he does and he literally terrorizes his parents. He smashes the house and
Yeah.
It does not. ring
Dead
any
Bright.
bell.
I think it's Dead Bright.
It does not ring any bell in my head.
Let me look it up. It's not exactly 100% well known. Let me see. Dead.
But speaking of horror movies, like I want them. I feel like a horror movie that would want them to make is which movie? Let's say. Imagine the Joker 2 being a horror movie, a full-on horror movie.
Let's not talk about the Joker 2.
It's-
That's not even horror, honestly. Comic book based.
Yeah.
And DC has always been known to be dark, especially now, honestly.
It's almost a slice of life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like how a
Yeah.
person would live his life. There's nothing horror.
Brightburn.
Brightburn. Yeah, I heard
That's
of it.
the one.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
So let's rewind a little bit and go back to the topic of Smile.
Yeah.
Smile have 6.8 on IMDb,
Yeah.
which says something.
Yeah.
And roughly 70% as far as I remember on Rotten Tomato. So the movie, first of all, it's so predictable. Almost everything they do, I predict what's happening, and it actually happens. Which
Yeah.
is one of the reasons I don't watch horror movies, because how many times you're gonna do the same thing over and over and over? For example, I have like the movie is a psychological.
yes.
Okay, it's mostly psychological and horror.
Yeah.
Which is something I have been through. I went to psychologists and seen psychiatrists.
Yeah.
The first thing I have noticed in the office of Rose, which is the protagonist, and she is a psychiatrist.
Yes.
In her office, there was a vase where she was supposed to be examining the patient, which
Yeah.
is the girl that had the possession who killed herself in front of Rose.
Mm-hmm.
There was a vase over there.
Yeah.
The moment I saw the vase, I knew 100%
That it's gonna break.
that it's gonna break, and it's gonna cause the girl to die. that was the first murder in the movie, the first death scene in the movie. I did not know that they were supposed to kill themselves in front of the another person just to transfer the curse, but I knew that this vase gonna play a major role in that person's death.
Exactly.
Okay, that's the first thing. The setting is absolutely unprofessional.
Yeah.
Nothing about it is professional. And when she saw the girl like having manic attack and showing some signs of horrifying thing happening, when she heads to the phone, she is facing the wall. She is not facing the patient. She is not facing the patient, who is having one too many problems. It's riddled with problems in the corner and crying and almost dying. When she goes to the phone to call for emergency, she faces the wall. She does not look at the patient. At that point, I was like, okay, are you even a doctor at that point?
You see, this is the problem, because these kinds of things, when they happen to certain people and certain doctors, what does the situation call for? These kinds of things are unpredictable. Now, I know what you're saying. Things in the movie were predictable. You're right about that. But what happened to her was unpredictable, which made it that her handling the situation was out of her hands. A patient was literally took a piece of glass, or no, a piece of the vase, and started cutting her face off.
Yeah.
Literally. While smiling and not even screaming, not making a sound.
It was off-putting to anyone that will be seeing the same thing in front of them.
Exactly.
But I'm talking about a movie. It is absolutely unprofessional. First of all, the settings and everything, like it left me lost in one too many points. It left me lost. Like, first of all, it is fast-paced. The movie is fast-paced. They are like rushing one too many things in the 2 hours of the movie, to the point that they say things and not touch on it whatsoever and just skip to the next point and not mention the thing they were talking about like a minute ago. They don't bring anything about it.
At least Adrian was there.
A-Train?
Yeah, he was the husband or fiance.
Yeah. He was there, but he flopped. He missed.
Based on genetics, because her mother killed herself.
The psychological issues are true. They are genetics. Okay.
Sometimes
they are genetics.
Sometimes
A lot of them, not all of them. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Okay, are genetics.
Exactly.
And inheritable, but not all of them, as you said. However, the thought of the husband wanting to help his wife, okay, his fiance. He brought the psychiatrist, the family psychiatrist, assuming she is the family psychiatrist, because he and his fiance know the psychiatrist and have been with her before.
Oh
when
my. Sorry, Tim just texted me, and this is related. He said, "How are you gonna have my specialty as the topic when I'm not there?"
I mean, the door is open, brother. The door is open. You can
We
like
just-
add to it or debunk it, like
Honestly,
the week, next week or week
honestly, Geeky Amriki, we miss you, man, and
I legit miss you, brother.
and we know you're really busy with opening up the new store 974.
In Qatar Mall.
Qatar Mall, yeah.
Yeah, in Mall Qatar, which is actually opening up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow 6 p.m.
Yeah.
I hope I can be there. I will try my best to be there.
I'm gonna be a little bit late after 6 p.m. to get there. So that's pretty. What's Beyond the Natural? That's the name of the last subscriber.
Okay. The last subscriber.
That's the name of the last subscriber. He's asking what's Beyond the Natural. That's explain
many
them.
things beyond
Anyway,
this, let's get back to the movie. So
back to point.
the husband brings a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Okay. To his wife. Let's call them fiancés. Okay, Rose.
Yes.
And what's his name? Trevor and Rose. Yeah. His name is Trevor.
Yeah.
So Trevor brings the psychiatrist, the family psychiatrist, so he can discuss what's happening with Rose, especially that she was like seeing many things and acting crazy after the death of the girl in front of her in the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. He brings the psychiatrist wanting to help the girl. After Rose have been with the same psychiatrist like the day before. She was with the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And then when she came home and was surprised that the psychiatrist is there, she threw a temper tantrum. Like, why? Why are you mad? Like, your fiance is trying to help you. And what does she do? She ditched him. She ditched her fiance and go to Joel, which is the detective who was in the first initial investigation.
That's because he was doubting her. Now, first of all, you would assume that it's a logical point, that it's logical that there's a problem with the mind or anything like that.
Look, the thing is,
Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm getting to my point.
oh, sorry.
You need to fix the. Yes, I know. I need to fix the lighting on my camera, on this camera.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So, the fiance thought it was a psychological problem and not a possession problem. He thought that she was hallucinating or something like that. When you hear something say, "I think an entity has dropped into my mind," what are you gonna assume? What's your first reaction? This person's crazy.
Not this person is crazy. I will not take it as this person is crazy. Maybe I will talk
You're
naturally. The majority of people will think that yes, this person is crazy.
Exactly, and he is of the majority.
Yeah.
That's why the initial reaction would be that, and based on her history, she either witnessed her mother kill herself, or she killed herself. So
maybe she inherited, or maybe she has some sort of PTSD.
Exactly. That's why his first reaction, his gut reaction, was to call a psychiatrist, prevent this from happening.
Yeah, but what about consent? Like, why did he not tell her or give her a heads up that, hey, we should go and see a psychiatrist, not just be there and basically stunned by every word the fiance says, and then go and randomly call a psychiatrist? This is the wrong approach.
Now, because that's because, oh my god, I had the point right in my head. She still believed that there was an entity in her. So she told him about it, and that he didn't believe her. There were lots of points here and there.
Role in the movie.
The ex-boyfriend played more of a role.
I don't think he was the ex-boyfriend.
He was the ex-boyfriend.
He was the ex-boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
He was the ex-boyfriend,
so,
and
I don't know why she went to him instead of going to her husband.
That's my point.
And at the end, she asked to sleep in his house, which, by the way, she is engaged and she's not supposed to do that, but she still did that, and the entity or the monster was following her the whole time.
Yeah, it was in her head.
It was a chaos. Like, the whole movie was like throwing things, one thing on top of the other, and then hoping that something happens, or like throwing everything at the wall and see what sticks.
Look, speaking, sorry to cut you off, but speaking of predictability, like honestly speaking, I don't believe in predictability. But when you said like a few months ago, when you said that you knew 100% that glass is gonna break, I mean, is that what you knew or what you thought? What you strongly believed?
What I strongly believed, because I have been into therapy sessions. Okay. The office is devoid from anything.
Yeah.
The walls are white. There is nothing but two chairs, you and the psychiatrist, and quite possibly a table for the psychiatrist to take notes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And to put his recording device. By the way, the recording device was not used in the investigation. When they investigated her and was saying that, oh, you're crazy and stuff like that. Why did she bring the recording she have? Like, this is an absolute evidence that she is not the perpetrator of what just happened. But she did not use it. The recording was there, like, playing with itself, basically.
Yeah.
And they did not bring the recording, but they brought the recording after she went back home and opened the recording just to listen to what happened, and then they brought the breathing noise before the possession thing happened. There was a hint of breathing, like
that someone was there,
like that. Yeah, like there's something outside happening inside in this room. There's something invisible.
Yeah,
that is happening.
Yeah.
And they kept replaying the thing over and over and over until I know, okay, now there's gonna be a jump scare. And sure enough, a jump scare. How is it not predictable? It is predictable.
He's
to
right.
Everything
He's
is
right.
predictable in the
He's right,
movie.
Aziz. Because you see, horror movies these days, they have to follow a specific formula. Jump scares had to follow a specific formula. They get when things get quiet.
Yeah.
Suddenly something happens.
Yeah, not only that, but they play too much with the sounds. They play too much with the sounds. Like not a single scene happens without a type of background music happening.
I once played a game, like an attraction in Japan. All right, the entire me and my friends were sitting in a room. Okay, this was like one of those small theme parks, Malahi. All right, we went into this room. Okay, it was a couple of chairs. We sat in them, and then we put on headphones, and it went completely dark.
So
Hold on, those headphones then started putting on a story. Someone kept walking quietly. A cut happened. Someone was talking, and then in a creepy voice. See?
So they are basically walking you through the whole story without you seeing anything.
It was the person who was committing the crime or the murder or scaring us that was doing it.
Yeah.
And you thought you were going to be next. That's how they get you. You see, they utilize in horrors.
Yeah.
Whether it's an attraction or a movie or a game, they utilize the power of sound.
Yeah.
And the power of sound is powerful.
Yeah, it is powerful, but in Smile movie, it was overwhelming. Like they played too much with the audio that it basically takes you out of the immersion.
Sorry to cut you off, but there's a comment in the comment section.
Oh, we got a...
Quantastics Travel says,
Do you consider...
Yeah.
Don't forget the dramas that are free to listen. We're alive, 13 Days of Halloween, End of All Hope, thanks Aziz. End of All Hopes, Old Gods of Appalachia, Unwell, Blackwood, The White Vault, Impact Hunter. That's the kind of thing that I was talking to you about. They're called audio dramas.
Okay.
They utilize the power of sound. You know, it's like they tell you the story of what's gonna happen without you actually doing, without actually you.
But it just ruins the immersion. I tried so hard to immerse myself into the movie. I turned off the lights. I turned off. It was pitch black, nothing but the screen in front of me.
And to say more comments, you're right. I agree with you. You're right about that. So, do you consider jump scares scary? He said, "I don't."
They are scary when they are not predictable. That's why it is a jump scare. Not play the sound like.
But believe me, all horror movies are meant to be predictable.
No, it's not supposed to be like that. Not just play like a high pitch noise and keep increasing it up until you know that okay, now there's gonna be a jump scare. Where is it?
I mean, you can't
give it to me.
I mean, it's not something you know that something's gonna happen. It's what you strongly believe. Like, I don't think, like, for example, if you say you know that this thing is gonna happen, does that mean you know, or you think you know, or no? Is that what you know or what you think? It's what you strongly believe, right? It's what you think.
It's what I strongly believe. I'd be like 90% sure that there's gonna be a jump scare, especially with a smile.
Quantastic Travel said to go with your jump scare. He said, it's not a jump scare unless it's predictable.
Bruh, no, it's absolutely not. I'm sorry to disagree with you, Quantastic, but it's absolutely not. It's a jump scare. Like if you're not gonna try to surprise somebody, you're gonna be hiding behind the door. You're not gonna send him a message, "Hey, I'm behind the door. When you come in, I'm gonna jump scare you." No, it's not.
Now you see,
like that.
it works like that if it's a physical being, but this was an invisible being, an entity. It's all about
spirituality.
Yeah,
sure, 100%. But do not give me one too many hints that there's gonna be a jump scare right now. And for example,
and Geeky Amriki said, sorry,
it's fine.
because I think the comments are actually helping us right now. Not true to go based on Quantastic's last comment. Yeah. All right, he said not true. So you build tension, then bam, and then build it again.
Yeah, build tension, but I'm talking about what's happening with the Smile movie.
Yeah,
they are building way too much tension.
That's the point.
They are just applying way too much tension until to the point that it explodes. You like a container that have a specific amount of tension. they push the envelope way too far that it basically ruins the immersion. The noise gonna be like hurting your ears and everything. Like you're gonna be, please give me a jump scare. Just get me out of this audio right now. Just give me auditory peace.
Let's
for,
see.
for a moment, because you're overwhelming me with all these noises. I don't want that. Just let's move to another thing.
Let's see at least how much of a budget. Wow, no wonder.
How much was it?
17.
Oh.
17 million.
That's the budget.
So,
I
it's,
mean,
so it's kind of like an indie film.
More or less.
It is understandable. It's not.
Want to know a horror movie that's about to ruin your childhood?
Which movie?
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Yeah, they said
That was an
that'll
independent
be
movie.
Yeah, they're making a movie on that, right?
Yeah, they're making Winnie the Pooh and Piglet
Yeah.
into a slasher movie.
Yeah.
So what does a slasher movie mean?
It's not Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh itself, like the animal. No,
Yeah.
it's someone wearing the mask.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't think it's gonna be
it-
him. It's
it's
gonna
like-
be him, but scary.
Yeah.
It's like what happened with the Saw movie, where there's someone wearing a pig head, and someone wearing I think a dog head or something like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing,
They
but it's
see
gonna
the-
be in the Halloween ends type
Theme.
slasher.
Exactly.
Someone just following somebody and kill them in the
Exactly. Now that movie, the way I saw it, is an independent movie.
Sorry guys to cut you off, but we have a comment from.
I'm not saying
Astrid.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's bad. It's just it's part of the
Woods.
experience.
It's part of the experience.
It's like
Yes,
a
when
roller
it's done
coaster when you're
right.
expecting a loop or something.
Yeah, it is a part of the experience. I 100% agree, but
Yeah.
don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. That's my point. That's my point. Basically, like
Don't overdo it.
don't
Yeah.
overdo it. Audio, absolutely a key part of the movie, especially that.
Considering the budget, I think they didn't have much choice in it, and considering the casting, not much in it as well.
Not only that, especially that there's a theme in horror movies that they're gonna be shot in the dark, so you're gonna need some auditory help with everything that's happening. But don't like put the audio track for the jump scare like 2 minutes before the jump scare itself. Like do it like 15 to 30 seconds before that. Not give it like the
Yeah.
the increasing sound. They do it for like 2 minutes solid.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, like, let's say, okay. I strongly believe, like, okay, let's say the film or the show is predictable. I don't care how predictable it is. What I care about is how the thing is executed, how the scene is executed, how it plays out. Like I feel like even if the thing was predictable, if the thing that I believe that was predictable happens, I see it, and it's actually good. Like I wouldn't.
I will not be mad. I will not be
I
mad.
won't be angry. I won't
I will
be.
not
I
be
won't
mad, yeah.
judge it because
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, but what I want is to be predictable to some degree, not completely predictable. Like don't show me that there's gonna be a jump scare like 20 seconds before the jump scare itself. That's my point. However, another thing that was like good in the movie, something that I put a plus sign next to that thing, is the smile itself.
Yeah.
Is the smile itself. Every time the smile appears, it is really good. It shows that there's the monster or the entity is still around.
Yeah.
It did not dissipate yet.
Especially in the end.
Especially in the end, yeah. However, one of the things that was like giving way too much from the movie is the shot in the car when Rose is in the car.
Yeah.
The shot is being like dead center from her side. Like it's like watching a 2D cut of the movie. At that point I was like, there's gonna be something jumping from the window. There's gonna be something at the window. And sure enough, when she went to her sister, okay, and told her sister that there was something happening with me and stuff like that, her sister said same as what happened with my mother, which is an absolute miss that they did not touch more on that and explain what happened to her mother and give more explanation to what happened, what led to what happened to her mother. Not just say same what happened to my mother and just go inside. And when Rose goes to her car, her sister Holly barrels towards the car. At that point I was like, okay, now she is the monster, the smile entity, and she is gonna try to scare her. Sure enough, she gets to the car and she dangles her head.
Look.
It is obvious. It was super obvious the whole
Yeah.
time. Why?
He has a point.
Why you make it super obvious? Like if you're gonna make jump scares, just don't make it super obvious. Another thing, when the police officer Joel or the investigator or her ex-boyfriend pulled out evidences, you are not supposed to do that. You're on a leave. First of all, when you're on a leave, you'll be what am I call it? Restricted from accessing the database. You'll be restricted from accessing the database. Yet he was able to pull these things. I might be nitpicking, but it's a law thing, and law is my game.
Yeah.
Okay, I work in the law field.
Yeah.
When you're out of work site, you are not allowed to access the database. However, she goes to his house and say, hey, I'm gonna need a favor, pull me evidence. And he pulls two evidences. She takes it with him. She takes the evidences with her, and then he goes on by himself and do investigation up until like 20 murders. That's excessively against the law. Like that's way against the law. You're not supposed to do that. Even though if you're an investigator, you're gonna be honored and given all types of badges. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Which is something
I agree with you,
really,
and that's
really annoying.
And
like,
I agree with you, but
it rubbed me the wrong way that they are doing something against the law, even though they are showing that this is a law person.
Well, I think it's the point where I think they want to show that anybody can work off remotely or something, even as a cop. But you're right, that kind of power, it could be too much abusive or something like that. It comes to the point where corruption would happen just like that.
Yeah, but you cannot access the database from home, from anywhere.
It should be.
It's an interconnection. It's an inside connection only through the devices inside the building.
Might be a remote desktop or remote connection or a VPN.
There's no remote connection in Confederate files. There's no remote connection.
Let's get back to the point. All right. So one of the Quantastic's latest comment, but scary for me would be something for where where fear lingers in your mind. Once you leave the theater, it haunts you. That's true. That's true. Jump scares don't do that for me. It's mainly about how the story affects you. That's I think what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And Mr. Robot said, like Hereditary, psychological fear rather than jump scares.
Yeah.
And I think
I'm gonna touch on Hereditary later after we are done with
psychological. And as Quantastic said, psychological fear is the best fear.
Yeah,
that's 100%. That's how they play it. You know, that's how
because it's the thing that will stay with you forever.
Exactly.
Unlike physical pain, when you are experiencing physical pain, it's gonna be gone by tomorrow most of the time. But when you're in a mental pain, it's gonna stick forever. It's not gonna leave no matter what. However, another thing, the thing that I wanna add, like I give a point to a Smile movie, is how the entity circles around.
Yeah.
It is a cool concept. It is like the Truth or Dare movie.
Specifically,
if you have seen Truth or Dare movie.
No, but go ahead.
Okay, Truth or Dare, they play basically a game of Truth or Dare, and if I ask you a Truth or Dare, and you have to pick one, okay, and if you pick, you're gonna be possessed by the demon, basically. And if it's truth, you're gonna say the truth. If it's dare, you're gonna have to do the dare.
That is
okay?
actually
no matter what happens. If I dare you to kill yourself, you're gonna kill yourself.
I forgot about that movie. I really want to watch
it. So it is kind of the same thing with a mix of the Ring movie. Like they both had a child and called it Smile.
Yeah.
Okay, which is this movie. The way it circles around, it's basically like Truth or Dare, where two people have to be involved in this curse for it to be circling around. But it did not happen like Truth or Dare when they basically sabotaged planet Earth by making a video that goes viral and asking people Truth or Dare, and only one person got affected.
Yeah.
However, this movie, no, the girl made an effort, Rose, the protagonist, made an effort to end herself alone so the curse does not go anywhere. Which is something really cool. I was like, from the moment I knew how the curse circles around, I was like, okay, if it was me, I'm gonna lock myself up. I'm gonna do everything to end my life and not make this curse circle anywhere.
Oh boy,
reach anywhere.
Sorry, I just got scared by watching Truth or Dare. Just some images.
Yeah,
it just freaked me out.
By the way, I went and googled Truth or Dare after watching the Smile movie.
Yeah,
the poster was really similar to Smile movie. There was so much resemblance between Smile and Truth or Dare. However, back to the point. The best
Aziz?
thing,
Watch some of these. They would creep you out, man.
the best thing about Smile movie was
Right?
the ending.
Yeah.
The ending was the best thing in the movie. The whole movie, the rest of the movie was absolutely dog poop. Especially the camera panning around and they are flipping the camera upside
Yeah,
down
this is a movie
and
I
doing
wanna
all
watch.
kinds of crazy
You would
stuff
want to
with
watch
the camera.
this.
Yeah.
They are doing all kinds of crazy stuff with the camera,
That
flipping
Smile
it,
just creeps
filming
the
upside
hell out
down,
of
and
me.
all these things. They ruined the immersion. Like they messed with my head.
But-
I don't know what I'm watching.
But the
Plus the
ending.
many misses they had, except for the ending.
Yeah.
The ending was really cool, yet kind of underwhelming. Because it ended with the girl trying. It's not ended. It's potentially ended with the girl
Exactly.
trying to smash the monster with what am I call it, the lantern, and then the entity went on fire and she managed to escape, but she did not escape because the monster was still messing with her, did not possess her completely.
Exactly.
However, until the end, when the monster peeled its face off.
And went
And
inside.
then when they visualized how the monster went inside the girl, that was the greatest thing I have ever seen in horror movies. In a minute.
The monster
I did not see
peeled its
anything
skin
like that
off
in a long
and
time.
then went inside her mouth.
No, really?
Yeah, he ripped her mouth open and pushed his head inside, and they cut after that. They did
Yeah.
not show the whole thing,
Yeah.
especially that the monster is like 3 meters tall. It's a big monster.
It stretched
okay?
its back.
slender.
It stretched its back, its arms, its legs, and its hair was like this, and it was smiling the entire time.
Not only smiling, with multiple mouths.
Oh yeah.
It had multiple mouths.
Oh
not
yeah,
only one
yeah,
mouth.
yeah, and grinning the entire time.
Yeah.
You see, there was a scene where
Yeah.
one of the victims, before, I just saw a summary of smile. Oh, before. We got a Lodi One Kenobi's on Twitch.
Hey,
Oh.
brother,
Ah.
miss you. I
I
really
s-
miss you. I wish you were here. I really wish you were here. I actually came here with intention to have some things I want to be talking to you about
This is
about
why
the horror movies.
This
but
is why we had the WhatsApp group. Even Geeky Amrika would have wanted to be on about this, but,
I was a little
but
confused when I came here and did not see you, Lord Yuan Kenobi. I really
we
miss you,
didn't
brother.
want to lose the momentum,
Yeah.
because the last one we had the Todd giveaway.
Yeah.
All right, and this one was we wanted to do at least a horror one. We could have also done. We could also do a Christmas one.
Yeah, that's true. We
Christmas,
could do that
Christmas
one, yeah.
movie is
They're
is
niche, but
is a
you
whole
know,
thing.
I think if it works,
Seasonal thing.
he misses us.
It's
Clint,
fine.
Clint, we all want you here. We all wish you were here.
We all wish you the best, by the way. No, not
Yeah,
only
really,
you
man.
here. We all
He's
wish you
stuck
the
at
best.
work. He's stuck at
Stuck
work.
at work. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that feeling. Been there, done that. However,
Yeah.
back to the Smile movie.
So-
Another thing they did not touch on is
Yeah.
the smiling person in the hospital. The man, the manic person in the hospital.
That
He
was
was
a-
smiling the whole time, and he was
you
saying,
see-
"You're gonna die. You're gonna die."
Now
He
you-
did not
now-
play that much of a role.
now you
Like
see-
he did not get the curse. Why was
Did-
he smiling?
you see-
it's a miss.
That guy was a hallucination.
It's a miss. It's a miss.
It's
in
a
the whole
halluc-
movie.
he's a that guy was a hallucination. Now I thought he was like he had a curse or something, but he was part of the hallucination. The entity was playing. It's like, think of it this way: if something annoys the living hell out of you, what do?
I want to get rid of it.
She actually, the entity, believe it or not, gave her opportunities to make her think that she's able to get rid of it.
Yeah, but he was messing with her like doing,
All the time, all the time.
pulling a Zawardo moment on her
Exactly.
and reverting time and just messing
Exactly.
with her. Yeah.
And even regardless of whatever she went through, she had a bit of a breakthrough if you think about it. But even with everything that happened, her mind broke. And then it potentially created infinite loop. You know how?
How?
What's supposed to happen for every victim that's possessed by the entity?
Kill himself in front of somebody. in front of somebody
Traumatized.
else.
He's supposed to be traumatized.
No, he's supposed to kill him. He's supposed to kill himself in front of another victim.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what's been going on from victim for victim for victim.
Yeah.
Okay, through the entire movie. Now, she killed herself. The protagonist, Rose, killed herself before her boyfriend, the cop. So he.
Ex-boyfriend. She's engaged.
Yes, ex-boyfriend.
The
Yes,
other-
yes.
The other counselor in the hospital is single.
Oh yes, that guy. So she killed herself before her soon-to-be back new boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. All right. So, hey, he gets back.
He's coming back to nothing. He's coming back to ashes and bones.
Exactly. That's what happened. So she set herself on fire while he was watching her.
Oh my God, are you serious?
So the curse passed on to him.
I have two things that confuse me with the movie.
Go ahead.
Really confuse me, like throw me off and put me like in a misery because I watched that movie. The first thing, when she tried to get rid of the curse, because the curse you can get rid of it by killing somebody else if you have the curse, and transfer that curse to that person.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? She hatched this magnum opus of idea that she want to get rid of the curse.
Of the unbreakable.
Where does she go?
Where?
To her job site, to her work, to the hospital, and trying to kill somebody inside the hospital during work time. Why? How are you that stupid? Couldn't you find anybody in the woods? Couldn't you go on a camping site or anything and kill somebody anywhere? But no, she goes to a place that is, for the most part, have one too many cameras everywhere because it's a psychology. It's a psychology hospital.
Yeah.
It's mind breaking,
but
it's messing with me honestly.
That's because in those kinds of hospitals, they're the undesirables.
How does she
hatch
this idea of I want to kill somebody, but I'm going to go to my work site and kill somebody inside there in the hospital during work time? Why? How?
When you are desperate and something is almost breaking your mind to the breaking point, she's actually reached her limit. What can happen? She's not gonna use rational explanations. So she's gonna go where? To anywhere, anybody. So she's gonna kill the guy who's always talking about death. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe
it kind of makes sense. So if she makes it like that, he killed him. Sorry, that he killed himself.
Doesn't do anything. Not walk in there with a knife. Are you retarded or something? I'm sorry, but you sound stupid.
I know. The idea of how she did it would have been 100%
with one of the coolest knives in the world, like it's a CS:GO skin knife. I swear to God,
nice.
It was a rainbow with it was a chiseled rainbow knife. It was cool knife.
Okay.
Why do you want to besmirch the knife with blood? No, don't do that. However, another point I have.
She did it.
Another point I have that confused me.
Yeah.
She went to her old house, okay, in order to face the monster and kill herself in there.
Yeah.
When she got there, how did Joel, her ex-boyfriend, knew that she went there? How? What would make you think that she went there? She have a house. She never been there since she left the house, which was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, but it was.
What made you think that she went there? Maybe if they could have given like some type of context that when the monster or the entity realized that this girl is going to kill herself, they showed that the phone is there and Joel called. Okay, so she could have, the monster could have made Rose pick the phone, assuming that it can play with somebody's mind. Pick the phone.
It can sometimes.
And text the ex-boyfriend that I'm going to my old house in XYZ.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to kill the monster or anything, so the person can go there. But it ended without any context how the cop knew Rose gonna be there.
Maybe he used Find My iPhone.
Maybe he used a tracking device or anything, but they did not show throughout the entire movie that he planted anything on her car.
Don't forget, he dated her, so he probably knew about that house. Also, it was a small detail that was provided that house, she owned that house. So they like.
Okay, the whole thing happened in like, let's say from the city to the rural area where the house was.
Yes.
Let's say an hour.
Yeah.
How could the Joel be thinking during that hour that she went there? Why didn't he go to her work site? Why didn't he go to her house? Why didn't he go anywhere else? But no, he decided to immediately go to that old house. That's a miss.
Maybe
that's a miss.
Well, or he probably hacked her phone. Police.
Yeah,
police.
That's true. He is a cop.
Yeah, FBI and stuff like that.
yeah.
However, Smile is a bad movie throughout the entire movie up until the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Which basically make me give it a hard 60%. Hard 60%. I'm being generous here.
It's watchable if you want a good jump scare. A
Not
good-ish,
good jump scares.
good-ish.
Too much jump scares. Maybe if you have like friends from high school and you want to watch a movie, you go and watch Smile movie because it have too many jump scares that will touch on the horror genre.
All right.
However, yes.
The more you guys talk about it, the more I want to watch it. I feel this movie is definitely the next movie I want to watch.
I think it's still in theaters.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's been out since September, but I think it's still there.
Yeah,
But but you know, I want to see just how much of a box office did it get.
I think it went above 30 million.
No,
I want to believe it went above 30 million.
I feel like it got to at least 200 million, over 200 million.
I don't think so.
Do you want me to tell you which one is right?
Him?
Yeah.
He was
Yo,
right.
I thought so.
200,
How much?
203.
Ooh.
Because it went viral. It went viral. It spread like wildfire. I don't understand how it got there. But
We got
We
a-
actually have
we
a
ac-
comment,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mint TV. He said, "What do you guys think of Asian horror? E.g. Ring,
Ju-on.
Ju-on.
What is a Ju-on?
Probably a Korean drama, Korean Asian horror. Now those guys are hardcore.
no, the Asian movies, they are amazing.
Yeah.
When my mother wants to watch a movie, the first thing she says, puts me a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not horror movie. I mean Asian movie.
Ah.
Put an Asian movie or Asian show. Okay, make it anything other than zombies and sci-fi.
Because zombies right now, how they're going on the mainstream, they're no longer part of the horror
Yeah.
genre. They're either sci-fi or
Comedy.
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 Oh
They
yeah,
are
Shaun
used
of, Shaun of the Dead,
yeah, they are used in comedy more than horror, right?
or what's called
nowadays.
Body Heat.
Yeah.
Where a zombie kid regains his what do you call it? Consciousness. He becomes a human again.
Yeah.
Oh,
He looks
okay.
like a zombie but has a brain of a normal
No,
human.
he's getting back his human side.
Oh my god.
So it's basically like Nezuko from Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, no,
The girl from
no,
Demon
different.
Slayer.
Oh, no, different.
She's
She
kind
turned
of a zombified, demonish thing, but she still have the consensus of a human.
Exactly.
But she's unable to say anything. However,
Yes.
the other movie, Hereditary.
Now, let's start
Hereditary
that.
is one of the greatest horror movies I have ever seen up until the last 10 minutes.
Really?
Do you see what I said about Smile movie?
Can we?
Yeah.
It's the
I'd like
polar
to.
opposite.
Sorry, I'd like to mention something about Asian horror, just to clarify something with Men TV. Another a good horror movie would I'd say which involves children and.
Oh, they rip the band-aid in Asian movies.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care about the Western culture or anything.
Oh,
or
yeah,
what's happening in the mainstream media, which
This
is why it's
one-
not prevalent in Netflix and Hulu and
Oh, yeah,
HBO.
see now Men
They
TV,
rip the band-aid.
now
They
Men
just
TV
do anything
Men
and
TV
make it
agrees
scary.
with us that zombie is anything other than horror nowadays. All right, so I think this one in particular I've seen and I couldn't continue it. It's called Kuchisake something onna. It means a girl with a with open mouth. Base
Katsuki?
no Kuchi something.
Oh,
It is basically it's a horror movie based on a girl with an open mouth. By that I mean it's like slashed here to here.
It's like the Joker from.
Like,
the
Forget
Dark
the
Knight.
Joker.
Yeah.
It's not the Joker. Not the Joker from.
Yarona, like the Yarona Spanish myth. Yeah, La Llorona.
let
She
me
can
see,
scream and make loud noise and hunts kids. Does she hunt kids?
She does hunt kids.
Yeah, it's basically like the La
Kuchisake.
Llorona.
Kuchisake onna.
Yeah, like the La Llorona.
Yeah.
The Mexican.
All right, let me get you.
Not Mexican, Latin myth.
The slit mouthed woman.
Yeah, the slit mouth woman.
All right, so check it here.
Oh, I've seen this thumbnail.
Yeah.
I've seen this thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, slit mouthed woman. That's the Kuchisake onna. All right, so I've seen the first movie. It's actually a franchise.
Yeah.
3 movies, I think. Right? And it is scary. It is really scary. She hunts kids and she cuts off their mouths.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cool
It's
niche.
and she always says, "Do you think I'm pretty?" It's the point, because you're talking about a beautiful woman or girl, all right, who becomes unbeautiful by slitting her mouth,
Yeah.
and the rumor starts spreading around the town.
Yeah.
there's always a town with a rumor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
town like the town in It, for example. Yeah.
Oh yeah, God,
in
don't
the
remind me.
Dairy.
Don't
In
remind me
Asian
about
movies,
it.
It's always about what's happening in the town, especially when they are talking about cultural myths.
Oh yeah, Mint TV knows it. She asks if she asks you if she's pretty.
Yeah. So
Now
let's go back
Hereditary.
to Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Before we run out of time.
Yeah.
First of all, Hereditary is a slow-paced movie. It is super slow-paced movie. Like the dialogue, you can like put it. The whole dialogue, you can put it in like 3 pages, 5 pages
Really?
for the whole 2 hours. I swear to God. Like it is
Mint actually says,
so
I thought that was an
paced.
urban legend. What do you mean, Mint? What?
It's an urban legend. Yeah, it's like a myth. It's like a
Yeah.
culture.
Oh, yeah.
The culture knows
It is
about
actually
this
it is
monster.
actually an urban legend.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see, it's a myth that then turns into something else, and then it spreads around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it could have been actually an urban legend.
Yeah.
There was believe it or not, it was actually not the first part. There was a 1997 movie
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, that's
called
true.
Penny House.
Penny House or Pennywise?
Pennywise. Sorry,
Yeah.
Pennywise. So please continue.
So yeah, the movie is slow paced. There's nothing happening for the first 3 minutes. Straight up, nothing happening other than panning of the camera for 3 whole minutes. There's
Okay.
nothing happening. So another thing, the little girl. Like I'm gonna be here nitpicking on some things. Okay, the little girl have a peanut allergy.
Okay.
Okay, and when she's eating the chocolate, you can hear crunching sounds, and the crunching sounds indicate that there is
Peanuts.
Peanuts, yeah.
Like what else can be this crunchy? You can put biscuits, but the biscuits, the texture of the biscuit inside the chocolate is gonna be diluted because it is in the chocolate.
Kind of like
So-
reminds me how they put hazelnut in Galaxy.
Yeah,
And I hate that.
Dude, are you serious? I love that.
Hazelnut?
Dude, yeah.
yeah. So the girl have peanut allergy, but you can hear crunching sounds in the chocolate she eats, which is kind of contradicting everything happening. However, another thing, when the little girl, when she saw the scissors in the movie, okay, when she was in the classroom, she saw scissors, and then the bird hit its head on the window and then fell down. When I saw the girl after that, a scene after, she was in front of the bird, the dead bird. I was like, okay, she picked up the scissors and now she's gonna cut off the head of the bird. She did that exactly. But I did not think that she is going to take the head, but she did. I did not predict that. That was out of my predictions. However, another thing, when Charlie was having, which is the little girl, was having a peanut allergic reaction because she ate a cake inside of the party.
Yeah.
Which is something I have already assumed immediately, that there was a girl with peanut allergy and she went to a party, and that in that party they were showing that they are chopping nuts. Okay, they are chopping peanut, they are chopping, I think, hazelnut as well. And then she said, her brother says, okay, you can go and eat the cake. 100%, I know that she's going to have allergic reaction. Sure enough, 2 minutes later, allergic reaction, she gets in the car. When I saw the car, there was a pitch black, okay, a car driving above the speed limit and everything was happening on a rush. I was like, okay, now something gonna happen on the road and the car gonna swerve and someone gonna get killed. Sure enough, this happened. The girl have her head popped off out of her body, which is which is kind of a niche thing, but in the context of the movie, it's slow paced.
Yeah.
Not too many spiritual things happening. Okay,
It's more based on
is
psychological
fun.
horror.
It's a psychological horror, yeah.
Okay.
So it's an understandable thing. But all in all, it's a good movie. However, another thing, when the old lady, John, when she brought the spirit and have anyone of you watched Hereditary?
No.
You did
No.
not.
I don't mind.
So there was a woman. I highly recommend it, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, there was a woman who can contact. She called herself a medium.
Yeah.
Okay, so she can contact spirit and stuff like that. Turns out that she is the reason behind all of this trouble happening. So she contact the spirits. Okay, and then she tells the protagonist, "You are not. You did not kill her." Which, by the way, the woman did not kill her. She woke up and found her daughter dead. Why did she bring that? No one knows. And then say, you didn't kill her, Anne. She wasn't born. What do you mean by she wasn't born? she did not touch on that, which is kind of a miss, something they could have touched on, but they did not in the Hereditary movie. Another thing, okay, in the movie, when the woman, the protagonist Anne, was having like a manic attack and asking her husband to burn the book and stuff like that. First attempt, she burned the book, and she herself was being caught on fire. So she wanted her husband to throw the book in fire. So she maybe the curse is tied to her. So that's why when she tried to burn the book, she was affected. So she tried to make her husband throw the book, and it's gonna be out of it. However, the husband goes to the fireplace and say, "No, I'm not gonna throw the book on the fire. I'm not gonna do this anymore," because he was getting like fed up with what she was doing the whole time. So she takes the book and throw it on the fire. What do you expect gonna happen? No, tell me what's gonna happen. She tried to burn the book first time. She was being caught on fire. Then she tries to make her husband throw the book in fire. The husband does not throw it. Then she takes the book and throw it in fire. What do you think gonna happen here? Give me your expectation.
All right, so
They're all gonna get burnt.
No, not that.
all right, what was the question again? You what would happen if
The woman, okay,
yeah.
and the protagonist
Yeah.
took the book of her daughter, okay, which was being scribbled on by her daughter even after she was dead,
Yeah.
but her spirit was scribing on the book.
Yeah.
Okay, so she take that book and throw it in the fire. What happens here? She herself gets caught on fire. So she takes the book out of the fire, and the fire extinguished from her hand. However, after that, she tells her husband, "You should take the book and throw it in the fire." The husband takes the book, goes to the fireplace, and says, "No, I'm not gonna do that." She, in a rush, takes the book and throw it in the fire. What do you think gonna happen here?
You said the girl caught on fire, right?
Yeah. So you think when the book was thrown in the fire, you would expect that she is going to be on fire, right?
No.
No, her husband caught on fire.
No, are you serious?
The
Yeah.
husband caught on
The
fire?
husband was
Yeah.
caught on fire, which was absolutely confusing, and there was zero reason for that to happen. So that is the last 10 minutes of the movie where they started throwing everything together. Like it was like a montage of the last 10 years of horror movies. They did everything a horror movie could have done. Like the entire movie, they were like running smoothly, even though the movie was slow paced.
Yeah.
But they were like using jump scares sparingly. They did not overwhelm anybody with the jump scares. It was like really good up until the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I was giving it like 90%. It was a really good movie.
Up until the last 10 minutes.
Up until the last 10 minutes.
Which included the burning.
Which include the burning, and then the husband was caught on fire. The mother got her brain broken, and then she tries to kill her son, which was a cool shot when she was like climbing on the ceiling and banging her head on the attic door. So it was kind of cool, but the context of what's happening was ruining everything. So he tried to jump from the window in attempt. I don't know if he was trying to kill himself or maybe escape the problem. He jumped from the window. He flopped on the ground. The mother have already killed herself, stabbing herself on the neck, and then the man who is laying on the ground came back to life because the soul possessed him, since the soul was supposed to be in a male vessel, because it's the soul of the king of hell, one of the 7 kings of hell.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
7 kings of hell.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why is it
it
7 kings of hell?
His name is Paimon. He will be promising wealth, which they did not give any context to what's happening and how he can be summoned or what's happening here. No, they did not touch on that.
Mint TV's asking, where did you watch it? Hereditary.
Somehow, by a power of nature, my computer got hacked and the movie downloaded itself. So I found it in my downloads file and I decided, okay, I'm gonna watch it.
So what was
I don't know how it got there. It somehow just appeared there. I'm not hacking. I did not pirate anything.
So it was.
And I'm not paying for any subscription.
All right.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
All right. So
Anyways, So,
Alright, so that answers his questions.
yeah,
Here you go,
the
mate.
movie just appeared in my downloads. I don't know how
yeah,
did it get there.
Surprisingly appeared.
Yeah. Like somehow it also had like a Korean translation, which is I don't know. It has Korean subtitles, which is indicating that the hacker was Korean. I don't really know. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
My hands in the air. I just watched the movie. It was on my files. I pressed on it. I saw it like 2 hours. I was like, okay, that could be interesting, and I watched it. Okay, so that's that. The last 10 minutes when all these things happened, just randomly happening quickly, it took away the whole immersion of the movie. And then they suddenly bowing to one person and bowing to the seventh king of hell, and he was possessed and he got the power, and no explanation on what he could be doing, no explanation on how he got there, no explanation. Like
He was just there. It's supposed
the whole
to.
time you were supposed to be expecting something, okay, and at the end they will clarify everything. But the ending was so underwhelming. They brought someone that was narrating what's happening, and then after the narration, they started doing a prayer, give us wealth, give us whatever, and the man is just over there, just looking around, not surprised that there are many dead people around him bowing to him. It was a huge miss. Like the whole movie was amazing.
Yeah.
Up until the last 10 minutes, the movie just dropped its pants and threw the greatest, the most loudest dookie in the world. It vibrated so hard that it shattered everything you have built up until the last 10 minutes. I swear to God.
Apparently, according to Mint TV, there was an evil spirit in your computer.
Yeah, my
Like the evil spirit that was in the book.
Yeah, I think after 4 days I will have a smile on my face and I will be rotten in somewhere. I don't really know. However,
Let's give it a week.
let's see after a week. If I'm not here in the next episode, God knows what happened. All right, so
Which movies, psychological horror movies, would you say you'd recommend to be watched other than Hereditary?
Hereditary was good, but you asked for something other than Hereditary. I will suggest The Bird Box with Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
Many people were saying this is a trash movie and everything, but I enjoyed it. First of all, it's a mother who's trying to take care of her daughter and her friend's son, and they don't know what they are doing. They are in dystopia, basically. They were born in a time that there was nothing around them. They couldn't do anything, so she had to take care of them, relying on a bird that was the sensor of when there is an evil spirit around. The bird will feel irritated. It is a cool movie. I recommend The Bird Box.
The Bird Box. And other than that?
Other than that, not too many movies, basically.
So let's
really.
say...
Like, if I want to watch a horror movie,
Yeah.
okay, I want it to be like a little bit of an action-packed movie, have some action in it.
So let's say...
not just an overpowering entity or an overpowering energy or a creature
Would
that
we
will
say-
go around basically unstoppable and killing anybody and everybody. No.
Well, most of these entities are usually unstoppable because they have the ability to warp reality.
Yeah, work reality, but don't make it end the same as every other movie.
Well, most of them are.
All
That's
the
the
movies
thing.
end the
That's
same
that's
thing,
the
end the
formula
same
they
way.
go. It's a theme with horror movies. Those entities are technically, in a way, omnipotent.
Omnipotent. I don't disagree on that. but
Yes.
Don't make it to the point that it's unkillable or unstoppable. Like
No.
make the person who is watching believe that this force or this curse can be stopped.
Exactly.
Not make it
Smile
something
was
continuous.
the prime example of an unstoppable entity. So no matter what you do, you're gonna
Always gonna lose.
you're always gonna lose.
You're
It's
always
a lose-lose
losing.
situation.
Which,
Exactly.
Which indicates that there's gonna be a season 2 of Smile movie, which is something I'm not
He means
really
a
a fan
sequel.
of.
He means
A
a sequel.
sequel, yeah.
Sequel, yes.
There's gonna be a sequel to the movie, which
Yeah.
I really recommend whoever is working on the movie. Please don't go and make a sequel to that movie. Please, I swear to God, because it is you have done so many jump scares. Okay, you have done so much with the audio. You have done everything in the first movie.
I just like
leave
to,
it there.
What I would like to see is what is the name of the entity, at least.
Oh, they didn't even mention the name.
It doesn't have a name.
They said that it came like 40 years ago or 40 or 20
40,
years
or
ago.
you mean 40,000 years ago?
No, 40.
No, 40 years
40.
ago it came from Brazil. It's maybe a ritual. Maybe if this in the sequel they go to the source of that ritual.
Yeah,
I
the
tried.
source.
I tried
basically
look.
destroy it. I will be happy to watch
I
it.
tried.
but
I tried looking it up. The entity had no name, basically, or had no identity.
no source.
It's
They don't
just
know the source.
so
where
technically it's original, but I'd like to know at least where did they inspire it from? Where did they get inspiration of the entity in Smile?
where did it come from? The inspiration?
Yeah.
As I said, Truth or Dare movie and Ring movie got married and gave birth to Smile. That's it.
I mean,
A curse that is following people around.
Based on
and
what you're telling
it is
me-
unstoppable.
Based on what you're telling me on Truth or Dare, I'd watch it. I mean, I'd get creeped out, but I'd watch it.
I think it's a cool movie that is focusing more on scaring other than the story itself.
Of course.
Trying to scare and doing crazy stuff more than telling a story of what's happening, because the story is very simple. Truth or Dare game. If you choose truth, you're gonna be possessed by the demon who will force you to do the truth, okay, or tell the truth, or dare, which you're gonna make you also possessed and force you to do the dare, which is I don't really know how they did not think of daring the monster to stop doing what it's doing.
Oh, that's good to have been
Careful,
a
man.
choice.
Careful.
I am so pissed with these movies, man. Like they're doing so many stupid
All right.
things.
I think Ryuku hurt you. Heard you. You know, and ironically, the one from Death Note is the one that fell.
the killing thing.
The Death God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ironically, the Killing Book, the anime about the Killing Book, was the one that fell when he did this.
Speaking of anime and horror, this is why I love watching horror anime. I don't like watching horror movies, because when they're doing the killing thing
Now
and
why
stuff
couldn't
like
you,
that.
now why couldn't you talk about that? That's your area of strength.
I know, but
because
I'm-
believe it or not,
I'm
sorry,
gonna
I'm,
be
I'm
like-
with you. But the horror anime is not exactly in the mainstream. That's why it should be brought up a bit more.
It should be brought up, especially that in the movies. Okay, let's talk about the movies for a bit. In the
Yeah.
movies, when when you're watching a horror movie, the main emphasis of the movie is gonna be about killing and death, scary thing, which is something supposed to creep people out. However, they do it in dark places, and it's hard to see for the most part, except for Smile towards the end. They throw in light and show and visualize explicitly how the monster entered the other girl.
Quantastic says any anime horror recommendations?
Mob Psycho.
What else? What else?
Rotten
Other
Egg.
Rotten Egg.
Yeah, Mob Psycho and Rotten Egg. These two are really cool horror animes. Okay, I suggest people to watch them. However, in anime, you can put lights in there because it is animated thing. You can show everything. Also, it's in a Japanese, which is an Asian country, and as I said before, Asian people just rip the band-aid. They don't care what's gonna happen as much as they care about showing something horrifying, which is really cool. Okay, like for example, there is an anime, I really forgot the name. I legit forgot the name, but there is one scene that is stuck in my mind, and a monster that's looking like a lion that protrudes its ears and grab two girls that were trying to escape him.
So the ears turn to like tentacle-like.
No, not tentacle. No, hands.
Oh,
Okay, hands, and then it catches one girl, raises her up, and smash her flat on the ground like
I
that.
think I just did that.
Pick it up and
Yeah.
smash it flat, and then pick it up again, rip it apart from the both legs, rip it in pieces, like in half.
In half, yeah.
In half, rip it in half, and eat the girl. And then on another scene, they are like white, long, gigantic creatures that one of them turned its hand to a sack and lumped people inside, and another creature from the same type came in and turned its hand to a blender and put it inside that sack and blended everybody, which is really cool concept. And I don't really know why horror genre and anime is not brought up. Another anime, cool horror and gore anime, I suggest people to watch. There are two basically.
Yeah.
Another two. One of them is Parasite.
Oh yeah.
Parasite, yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah, I really suggest you to watch it. It's really cool horror anime. And another one.
It's a movie actually.
No, not movie, not the Parasite, the movie.
Not Parasite the
No,
movie.
I'm
We're talking
The
about
anime.
anime.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, like an alien creature comes down to Earth, which is the Parasite.
Yeah.
Another anime is called Terraformers. No,
I've heard
I
of
don't. I
that.
don't really think many people heard about Terraformers, but it is a really cool anime. They have like I think one season. I don't think there is a sequel, which the scientists sent cockroaches to Mars in order to make it better and suitable for living humans, since the cockroaches basically
Because that's what terraforming
unkillable.
is.
So
That's what terraforming is. It's actually a scientific method. They've done it. They mentioned in lots of sci-fi movies where basically you turn the atmosphere of the planet livable for other beings.
by
But in-
using cockroaches and insects. So they send roaches to
Yeah.
Mars, okay, and these roaches evolve and develop to the point that they come to Earth in order to colonialize Earth, and they kill everything in their way. So what happens here? Humanity. What does humanity do about that? They take people
Yeah.
and do scientific experiments on them and give them animal powers. One of them can be octopus, the other one can be a crab, the other one can be like a mantis.
Yeah.
So it is really cool. I suggest people to watch it, and it is bloody.
So
It is absolutely bloody.
all right. So since you have these Quantastic Travels actually wants you to put on your anime horror recommendations, he wants us to write for him in the comments. So what other do you recommend?
I recommend it. Mob Psycho. Okay.
All right,
in terms of horror.
we'll get that written down now.
Okay, Mob Psycho. The other one, Terraformers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else did I mention? Parasite. And Devil Man Cry.
Crybaby.
Devil Man Cry Baby. Or
It is. It's Crybaby. It's
something
Devil,
around.
it's
those lines.
Devilman Crybaby. Yeah.
Yeah, Devilman Crybaby and God of High School. It's not horror. It has blood, too much blood in it. God of High School.
Mm-hmm.
It is a really cool movie. Sorry, anime. And what else did I mention other than Mob Psycho? I said Mob Psycho and another one.
No, actually, I think that was it.
Terraformers, Mob
Yeah, he mentioned.
Psycho.
Yeah.
I don't, go back in the stream and you will find it.
All right, so you got Terraformers, Mob Psycho, Parasite, God of High School,
Devilman Crybaby,
Devilman Crybaby.
Cabaneri, the Iron Fortress.
That was horror? I thought it was I thought it was mecha.
No, it's not mecha as much as if it's horror. There is not too much mecha inside of in the movie Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. It's not mecha.
I thought it was based on the name Iron Fortress.
No, it's not. It's not that. No. It's actually from the same studio of Attack on Titan, the same director of Attack on Titan.
Of course.
Yeah, Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan. I recommend it if you want to watch like a gore anime for the first season, not anything else. The 2, 3, 4, 5, they all.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a downfall.
Berserk as well. I suggest you watch the first season of Berserk, the first season and second season.
Yeah, but to catch up with
after that, watch.
But
in
to
the
catch
manga,
up,
don't watch the anime.
sorry, but to catch up with the anime, you'd have to watch Berserk, The Golden Age, the 3 movies.
Yeah, the 3 movies.
Yeah.
Basically, the moment you see CGI, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Go read manga. Much better. Because CGI will leave you disappointed. I swear to God. I don't know why they switched to CGI, especially that it is a bloody anime.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper.
I don't know, like.
It is cheaper and faster. You know, the problem is studios are too demanding of animation or anything like else. They turn it into all CGI. Like, see how what they've done with. Has anyone seen the new Dragon Ball movie? Dragon Ball Superhero.
I'm not a big fan of Dragon Ball because it's too many things. And I watched the first season when Goku was a kid. After that, I did not really catch up, so I'm too lazy to go back and watch.
But anyway, you don't need to go back. Watch Dragon Ball Z, then Dragon Ball Super. Then you're good. You don't need to watch the first Dragon Ball. It's not connected. They just tell you of some of his past exploits, but that's it. It's a story of its own. But the main point is, in that movie, Dragon Ball Superheroes, the latest one that got released in August, that movie is basically more or less all CGI.
So they ruined the anime, basically.
In a way, the first anime, Dragon Ball Super, was definitely all animation because it's in the 90s. Then they got Dragon Ball Super. It was actually all high tech animation, similar to the first season of Attack on Titan. So you see my point?
Yeah, yeah. I see
How
what
is
you mean.
CGI cheaper than animation? I thought it was the other way around.
Because CGI you can put animation. Okay, listen. On the old school anime, people gonna be drawing with their hand, and coloring things with their hand. However, in CGI,
Yeah.
you can just pick a tool and click the whole
So
thing.
it's like copy and pasting an image.
More or less.
Like I said.
Plus some blending animation, so you can make the character move its hand in entire swing with one command.
Do you know with animation, old style animation, if do you know how many papers you'd have to draw to make that to get that going? A lot.
Are you serious? Maybe that's why they take so long to produce Rick
Yeah,
and
like
Morty.
animes back
Yeah.
in the days used to take like 3-5 years from one season to another. Now
Why do you
every
think-
year you're gonna have a new season.
Why do you think Bleach has been taking so many years to come? It finished in 2012, all right? After 6 long years, all right? 366 episodes. 366 episodes, all of them on based on animation. No CGI whatsoever. This was before they introduced CGI into the basic style of doing anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this one anime called Soten no Ken, Fist of the Blue Sky. All right, if any one of you like Fist of the North Star, it's a spin-off.
Yeah.
So there was this one, Fist of the Blue Sky, a sequel to the first Fist of the Blue Sky called Resurgence. All CGI, just like Berserk. There were some.
Don't remind me. I really hate. what's
No, you
happening
know.
to Berserk
You know.
because Berserk is my that's my baby.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
I loved Berserk to the core, and even my PC, the background on my PC, it's Berserk. Everywhere I go, it is.
I'm guessing
Berserk
Guts,
all the
right?
time.
I remember you had
Guts, yeah.
if you want to be an anime character.
Yeah. Because Berserk is a perfect mix.
Yeah.
Okay, of true
Tragedy,
love,
horror.
okay, sacred love, not only love, because he's was ready to sacrifice everything for Casca.
Yeah.
Okay,
He ripped off his arm.
condemning regret.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and insatiable appetite for revenge. Love, regret, and revenge. They did it absolutely perfectly in Berserk, in this character called Guts.
Yeah.
But they ruined it when they turned to CGI.
Yeah.
The thing is, okay. So you're saying
So to go with your comment, the last thing, Quantastic man, yeah, gotta. He said, I feel so bad for the animators. So going 3D is a godsend.
It's a godsend, true, but I'm.
It's a double-edged
totally
sword.
Fine.
It's a
I'm
double-edged
totally
sword,
fine with
believe
them waiting for like 10 years just to deliver something really cool. Not on CGI. CGI is like super flashy and really super colorful and everything.
He agrees with you in his newest comment by saying old school hand-written anime, hand-drawn anime is still the best.
It's still the best, yeah.
Yes. So that's what makes most of this contradicting, if you think about it. But you know why they're using CGI?
why?
Studios.
Cheaper.
No. Studios are demanding.
They want things fast.
They want things fast.
Not only
not
that,
to-
unfortunately, they are
Do you-
catering
so-
to younger generation.
Exactly. And there's more to it. Remember when I told you about Bleach?
Yeah.
So how many years did it take for them to continue the story? They continued in the manga, but the anime they haven't finished. Do you know how many years it took?
6.
10.
Wow. Dude.
Like I said, it finished in 2012. You gotta listen.
I mean, look, the thing is, it's like, okay, but I want to know, the Dragon Ball movie with the Broly, was it CGI or normal
The
animation?
Dragon Ball Super movie?
The one with the Broly.
The Dragon Ball Super movie.
That was it?
There was 2 super movies.
the one that came out in like I think 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, that's the one. Broly. It's a mixture between animation, old style animation, and CGI.
I like that one. I mean, is the CGI the recent Dragon Ball movie
Yes.
more like that?
No,
It's worse.
it's old CGI. The only thing that was old anime style animation was the poster.
That's it, huh?
That's it. Watch the trailer. It's all CGI.
Oh my god, it's a whole thing. Like we started with horror and now we are treading to anime.
I know.
However, let's go back. Let's go back to what we were talking about.
So I think,
We are done with the horror for this episode.
and we finished
Okay.
with anime, horror
we
anime.
ended with
We
horror
drifted
anime,
drifted
yeah.
a little to horror
We
anime. but
went
yeah.
on a highway like for a little bit. However, let's end it here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not overwhelm the audience like Smile overwhelmed us with jump scares. However, is there anything else anybody want to touch on?
I mean, look, if
If you start something with "I like the fact," I will hit you so hard.
Calm down.
So make your point, but make it right.
look, and generally speaking, this isn't about horror, but with the anime or animation, I feel like the way to go with it is to make it half animation and half CGI with the Broly movie. Did you like? I like the animation.
I
There.
like that. I liked it.
I liked
honestly.
how it looked.
Yeah, it was good on some points and good on other points, but it ruined one thing for me:
Which was what?
the Super Saiyan Blue.
I mean, I have.
It was not,
bright.
huh?
It was bright.
No, it was not as climactic as I thought it was. Now, when you see Super Saiyan Blue for a character that for the first time transforms to Super Saiyan Blue,
Yeah.
Gogeta,
Yeah.
for example, that Gogeta in particular, he is supposed to have a much more climactic Super Saiyan Blue transformation.
But in this one, he didn't.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Actually, yeah, I did see it. But the thing is, I didn't watch any Dragon Ball Z before that movie.
Okay, did you see the movie?
I did.
All right. We'll go back to that another time. We gotta finish off.
Yeah.
Before we are done, you guys have been bringing the commentators the whole time. Mint TV
Yeah.
asked for horror games. I will suggest one thing that's happening right now, which is Roblox doors. I know it sounds weird, but Roblox have evolved. Okay, they have a new map called Doors. I suggest people who want to try horror games to try Roblox Doors. So I'm done with anything I want to say. You have anything else, Abdurrahman?
Well, I'd say I don't have much to add. Horror games is not exactly my cup of tea. Although I did have lots of cup of tea.
We had excuse me.
It's still tea.
All right.
Our tea. All right. I'd say we had a.
Hey, can we say Qatartainment?
You mean Qatartainment?
Qatartainment.
That's us.
Yeah, we are.
We are in Qatar.
Qatartain.
We bring the tea and we entertain.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We got it all.
God damn, this guy just blew my mind. Aziz, what do you got? You got anything you want to add?
No, I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh dear God! You know what? Go.
Fortnite, yeah.
No! Shut up! No. My head. I don't want to eat Panadol right now, man.
No. Okay. Now we're winding down. We are done.
Yeah, we're.
Okay,
I think we're done. So, thanks, guys.
I will wrap it.
You want to wrap?
Yeah.
All right, wrap it up.
Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commentating. Thank you for telling us what do you think about what we were saying, and thank you for engaging with us. Check us out on social media. We are here at Shieldman H.
Single QTR.
As is the Hobbit.
As in the Hobbit. The links will be in description. Also, there is a Patreon if you feel like generous and you have extra bucks in your pocket, you don't know what to do with it, just chuck it there.
We also got some merch.
Which is everything that we gain financial wise. It's gonna be funneled back into making this podcast much better. And we got merch. If you fancy some
Mugs,
new merch,
t-shirts, all that
you
stuff.
can check us there.
Yeah.
However, that's pretty much it. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Ciao.
Goodbye.